Going now to Google. I'm speaking at Google now, and we'll see what he thinks after that. And then he'll actually have two presentations to compare. So, thanks, Daniel. Here we are walking through the Google campus. We need a search engine to find our way around this place. Headed to meet Rafa, who is the head of Google Toastmasters. So, welcome to Google campus. Man with a camera. How ironic. Even their umbrellas are the Google colors.
I'm back to college.
This is Ratha who's having us here. And are you the president of the club, or?
Yes.
The club president at Google. That's a weird thing, showing up at a building you've never been to before and your pictures. I've never seen this before, where you actually have video screens that are in front of the presenter, so they don't have to turn around and see what's being presented and read from the slide behind them. Instead, check it out. This is what I'll be seeing as I'm presenting.
Okay. Well, I'm with Darren today. A chapter of NSA. Okay. And Darren's going to present it for us.
He's mentioning the difference between narration and dialogue. See, what I did is I brought you to that moment where I told my parents I want to be a comedian. I said, Mom, Dad, and I used the emotion of that moment. I want to be a comedian. See, most speakers telling that same story would do it in narration and say, so I went home to tell my parents I wanted to be a comedian, and they were speechless. They didn't know what to say. See, it's the same exact story. One's told in dialogue and one's told in narration. One's boring, one's interesting. So if I could get corporate presenters to do one thing, it would be to use dialogue and use more stories. So the three things you need to know about search engine positioning is, one, it's about keywords. So you tell a story or an example or show PowerPoint slide and you anchor keywords right here. Second thing you need to know is it's about traffic. Okay, so then I would tell that story or make that point or all my evidence, I would be standing here. Shoot. That's not really what I said. I said, shoot, all of a sudden everybody laughed. Why are you laughing? It's not where you're supposed to laugh, but I'll take it. It's a choice. If you have fun, they're more likely to have fun. If you're serious, they're more likely to be serious. If you're bored, they're more likely to be bored. The audience is a reflection of your emotions. They take it on. Finally. And it's free. They don't even charge for food. There's no cash registers. What a country. What a company.
Every week we have company leaders who are confronted with questions that the company employees vote on, and the most popular ones have to be answered in front of a live audience. So it's a way that we promote transparency.
All around campus, they have these Google-colored bicycles that people can just take and go from one place to another and leave them there. Now we're going to see what Dan learned from watching and observing and helping at the product table for this one. Take it away, Dan.
Well, the product table. What I learned right there is you got to be on your mark at all times and be ready to answer a lot of questions. But the presentation, what I got this time, and you said it before, but this time for some reason it really resounded with me, and that is that speaking is not a monologue, it's a dialogue. And you modeled that again by the way you posed questions and you interacted with the audience. So you had the dialogue going. And then the 4 points that you identified, that you discovered as a result of studying champs before you became a champ yourself. And the first is what's your purpose? What is it that you really want folks to walk away from? Why are you there? And then the second is, are you having fun? And if you're not having fun, what I got from that is if you're not having fun, you're probably not projecting the enthusiasm and the passion you've got for the topic to your audience. That I think that you would want to express. So that's what I'm walking away with from this time, this
Cool.
particular presentation.
And on the business side, did you notice anything?
people bought this time and they didn't last time. Same kind of presentation.
Same presentation, and that was interesting. And one of the things, number one, is you established an interest in the products by when folks answered questions, you gave away some free CDs, and others were like, "What's that CD? I want to know what that one is." And so then they came back to the table. What was that CD he gave, and this and that, and then they realized there was more than just the CD. There were packages and stuff like that. So it sparked and built an interest.
Which I didn't do that the first time.
No, you didn't. And this time, like I said, you need, as I said at the start of this, you need to be on your mark during business because things suddenly start happening real quick.
All of a sudden, boom!
Yeah, that's right. and the table's right there. And also, Darren, so next time we know we need to have a number of pens ready and to go.
My bad.
And also what was interesting is when the clipboards went around for your mailing list, when it went around to the audience, initially, there weren't that many signups. But at the end of the presentation, they came back to the table and suddenly the list grew. And I found that interesting, and I was wondering the why of that. My conclusion is that at the time the clipboard came around, they didn't know what they could get and what that meant, what did that look like, and as you gave the presentation, your presentation created interest in other things. So now, okay, I want to know more about it.
So this time I might have passed it around too early.
That may have been true, because
Before
I really made it around quickly. And when I grabbed the clipboards, there were a few sign-ups on there, and I thought, this is odd. This is a much larger crowd, and we got a bigger sign-up in the morning. But then, when the session was over, they came
saw
over.
more value.
They did.
Definitely.
And there were a number of people who just signed up, didn't buy a product, but did sign up for your mailing list.
Cool. Thanks, Daniel. Hope you learned something.
It's been my pleasure. It's been a great day. Thank you for teaching.
Stage time. Stage time. Hey, it takes time. Stage time.